What up, Axie fam? Axie fam, welcome back. Origin sneak peek ear cards. Axie Infinity Origin is fast approaching. In case you missed it, we posted an overview of our soft launch plans last week. Boop, video up there if you want to go check it out. I did a video on that already. While we continue building towards our initial soft launch through the Mavis Hub, we have our next set of Origin cards for you to check out, the ears. This is the first time in Axie's history that ears will have their own cards. Again, please note that all cards are dynamic and will change over time based on the feedback of the community and data we collect around relative power. Do not make market decisions based on these teasers. They are meant to serve as a taste for what's to come in Origin and allow you to start theory crafting. Let's go. First off, Reptile card. All right, first off, Blizzard is 1 energy, gives 20 heal, randomly apply effect 4 times to your team. Wait, what? Heal and apply 1 damage boost each time. Wait, what? Card is wicked. You know, I actually have one with that, so that makes me really excited. This card is dope. If you can't understand the card, odds are the card is too powerful for you to understand. All right, next one, Small Frill. 1 energy, it's a skill card. It says apply 3 poison to all enemies. What? Heal this Axie for 30 HP. This card is sick. All right, go to the next card. Swirl. Shuffle 3 confused into your opponent's discard. So we have another mechanic similar to Hot Butt. Ooh. I'm guessing Swirl is the confused. Oh, no. I thought they were the eye. This is the ear. Huh, interesting, because there's a confused eye part. I never noticed there was a... This is Swirl. 3 confused. We'll have to see how powerful that one is. Next card. Next card is Sidebar. Apply 2 poison and bleed for 4 turns to a random enemy. 1 energy. Does 50 damage. I think this card is really solid. This card seems, in the Magic community, would call it overly balanced. Not overpowered, but too balanced. It's, it does too many things for, 1 energy. All right, let's go to the next one. Gona. 1 energy, 60 damage. Apply Fragile for 4 turns. So very solid, middle of the road card there for an earpiece. I think that's, very good damage. Oh my gosh, what's going on with my hair? Next one, Curved Spine. 1 energy, 60 shield. The secret, target an ally. Next turn, after the target is attacked, apply bleed to the attacker for 4 turns. So kind of a tricky, if you attack the wrong Axie, you get bled for 4 turns. As we know, bleed increases the amount of damage you take when you attack. So it's really good against cards with multi. So keep that in mind. All right, so that is the Sidebar, Barb, Gona, and Curved Spine. Go to the next set of cards. The Aqua card. Aqua Ears. First Aqua Ear. Nemo. 25 healing for 0 energy. Gain 1 energy if this Axie's HP is full. Ooh. I wonder if the heal pops and then you get the energy. Very strong card. People have been speculating that it would add 1 energy. I like that it has some type of restrictive play there, so you don't just have 2 energy gains for free on a single Axie. It does not banish itself like a lot of people expected, which is actually very good. I think Anemone, the dual Anemone setup that Axie faction suggested would be really strong, too strong. Next one, Tiny Fan, 0 energy. Skill, draw 1 card, gain 3 damage boost. Tiny Fan, very good, very good. Next card, heal, 1 energy, 50 damage. Your team gains 1 bubble. We haven't been released what bubble quite does. I imagine that one of these cards may have a reminder text explaining what bubble does. We'll have to wait and see. I imagine that it's very similar to the effect that Jar Barrage gives. Maybe not though. So let's go to the next one. A 2 energy ear card, Sea Slug. Ooh, we were dead wrong about this one. In one of our videos, I'll put up there, we thought that, or maybe it was in a comment, we thought that Sea Slug was going to be a creature. But yeah, it says 2 energy, 110 damage. Remove, says cleanse 2 debuffs, gain 2 cleanser. So maybe cleanser is a protective, or maybe cleanser is a card that can be used to remove a debuff. So this card, and it may have retain. So this card may be very, very good. Let's go on to the next one. Inkling. Shuffle 1 Jinx into your opponent's discard pile. Inkling. Shuffle 1 Jinx into your opponent's discard pile. It's 1 energy, 60 damage. So I'm sad to see that Inkling does not summon a little squid guy. I was wrong with there, and that one kind of hurts me. But yeah, 60 damage, very good. Jinx, we're still not entirely sure how that's going to operate. I think it's going to be a card that when your opponent draws it, it'll have an effect like 60 damage, 1 energy, but it'll randomly discard another card or something. Maybe not though. Don't quote me on that one. Next one, Bubble Maker. Excited to see what this card does. 1 energy, 50 shields. Target an ally. Target gains to bubble. Now, we actually got this leak before in the initial Axie Origin announcement. So 1 energy, 50 shields. So a little bit less shields than some of the other energy requirement. A little bit less shield than other 1 energy cards. But we do have the effect of target gains 2 bubble. So we'll have to wait to see how powerful bubble is. All right, let's go on to the next section. Beast cards. All right, Zen. 65 shields for 1 energy. And if initial, this Axie meditates. We're getting another dynamic that we're gonna have to learn. This is interesting. It's making me dizzy. 1 energy, 65 shield. Oh, I'm sorry. That's 65 heal. It's a heal card on a beast. So we have 2 heal cards so far on beast. We have Zen, which gives 65 heal. And we have Cottontail, which gives us 25. Go on to the next one. Puppy, 1 energy, 25 heal. So we have 3 heal cards on Beast. Heal your team. So 1 energy, heal your entire team for 25. If initial, remove 1 curse card from your. Oh, this is so good. This is like some counterplay for Godas and Jinxes and Hot Butts. I like it. I like it. Let's go to the next one. 1 energy, Innocent Lamb. It's a skill with Banish, so it must be strong. Select and add 1 copy of this Axie's skill card to your hand. Banish. What? Select and add 1 copy of this Axie's skill card to your hand. So I'm guessing that skill is a card that will be determined by the Axie's type. So this could be very good. Very reminiscent of Telescope. My brain is just going a million miles an hour. Go to the next one. Believer, which I was actually really intrigued because this one didn't fit in before with the other name schemes. 1 energy, 20 damage. It says randomly deal 3 hits, gain 1 rage per enemy hit. So if it hits the same enemy all 3 times, I'm guessing you don't get more than 1 rage. But you could get 3 rage if it hits 3 different enemies. I'm assuming that's how it works. It's gonna be interesting to see this card with a zoo and then Little Branch or Shiba. Next one, Nutcracker. So this is a big reveal. This shows us that Nutcracker is indeed the same as the other 2. All 3 Nutcrackers have that same, the longer the game goes, the harder my Axie hits feel. So Nutcracker will be a huge threat. So this triple Nutcracker build, very strong. Go on the next one. Nyan, last beast card, 1 energy, 65 damage, deal 15 bonus damage against a bleeding enemy. Very good. Has a very Sandal feel. If it's feared, apply fear again. Very good. In the 1v1, bleed will be very important. Bleed affects every time the Axie attack. So in a 1v1, whichever Axie is bleeding is more apt to lose the fight in the 1v1. Go on to the next section, the plant card. All right. First off, 1 energy. It's a skill. Summon 1 clover. So we have mushroom and clover are both in, so plants are going to be like trying to take over the board, right? So plants will be spitting out a bunch of different enemies, clogging up the board. Triple plant might be viable. On to the next one, a 0 energy cost. Attack with innate. That little symbol in the middle is innate, and then banish. So very powerful card. 0 energy, 5 damage, innate. Apply 2 poison and sleep for 2 turns to an enemy, and then banish. I wonder if innate starts off in your hand. That'd be interesting. 0 energy card. This is reminiscent of Yam, but it banishes itself, so it must be very powerful. But being able to apply 2 status effects, I think this card is very good. 0 energy cost. Hollow. The skill says Axie loses 75 HP. Summon a trunk. I think trunk is the little stump thing. I think we finally got the reveal of that. I'll put a picture on screen. See the trunk here in this leak? This is what that is, right? For sure. But 75 HP, that's a significant amount. See how powerful Trunk is. That card's going to be interesting to keep track of. 2 energy, it's a power. Target an ally whenever you play a card this battle, kill this Axie and HP. Ooh, so that's interesting. So this is a change from it affecting itself to where now you can apply the power to any Axie on the board. Ooh, so this card, I was actually thinking about Dual Anemone, Nemo, Sakura, Telescope, right? Sakura on an anemone means every card you draw, you're gaining 20 HP, and then Sakura, every time you play a card, you're gaining 10. I think 6 out of 7 purity anemone with Sakura could be very strong. Let's go to the next one. It's a 0 energy attack, Leafy. Does 10 damage. It says randomly deal 2 hits, consume up to 3 leaves, deal 5 damage per leaf consumed. So I know there was a card that would give you leaves. I don't remember which one it was. These cards have a pretty heavy interaction. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see those builds. So this card, probably the most unique card that we've had so far. Okay, this is Lotus. 1 energy, gives 50 shields and heals 30. This card and Cattail go hand in hand. This card and Cattail are going to be such a powerhouse. It makes me sick how good that is. All right, let's go on to the bug cards. First bug card, Tassels. 1 energy, heal 10. Heal your team. Heal 4 bonus HP per card in your hand. Ooh, so this has like a built-in initial feel. It doesn't have that deck building requirement. Heal your team. So heal your team for 10. Not much for 1 energy. It'd be really nice to see this for 0, but heal 4 bonus HP each card in your hand. So if this is the first card and you draw 5, I'm assuming, use this as your first card. So it's going to heal 4 for each. So it's going to heal 16. Is that 16 for each, or the Axie that uses it gets the bonus 16? So it could heal all for 10. So it can heal 1 for 26 and the other for 10 each. Or does it heal 26 and then, you know, I don't know. If you had a card that was like drawing bonus cards the next turn that were triggered in the form of secrets, like Pumpkin Tree and Bone Sail, if those got triggered on your enemy's attacks, then you would have cards in your hand before you drew. So you could have a lot of cards in your hand before you use this. So this requires specific deck building, but very interesting to see this kind of dynamic. Let's go to the next one. Another 0 energy card. A lot of zeros on the ear, and that 1, 2 we saw earlier. It says 0 energy, scry 2 cards, gain 1 energy if discard 1 skill card upon scrying. So this is interesting. So scry is a mechanic in Magic the Gathering where you would look at the top cards and you could decide to put that on back, you could decide to put that on top, or put it on bottom. But it appears to be scry in Axie Infinity will be look at the top card of your library, you can put that in your discard pile, which is, I guess, the same as putting it at the bottom, because that means you wouldn't see it again until you had your reshuffle. Scry 2 means look at the top 2 cards of your library. You could put any amount of them on top or in your graveyard. But if you do put 1 skill card in your graveyard, then you gain 1 energy. Super interesting. So it requires some deck building finesse. You would want more skills than attacks on your team, so you get that trigger more frequently. But let's go on to the next card. Earwing. 1 energy, 20 damage. It says attack all enemies, deal 3 bonus damage per card in your hand. Very similar to the first card we saw in the bug category. Attack all enemies, deal 3 damage. So it hits everything for 20. If you use Cuckoo, it would hit the first one for 50 plus 20. And then the next one for 20 and the next one for 20. That's how it works. 5 opponents on the board, and you used Earwing. I used Cuckoo, and then you used Earwing. It says on your hand. I think that's a typo. So kind of funny. We actually got this before, but I think it did 30 before. Let's go on to the next bug card. Got another 2 energy card, Ear Breathing. 2 energy, 30 damage. Randomly deal 4 hits. Shuffle 1 goo per enemy hit to the opponent's discard pile. Oh, this card with Snail Shell is going to be disgusting. That means you could theoretically hit 4, put 4, and then Snail Shell the same turn to attack your Snail Shell to get a goo. So they would have 4 cards that are basically dead in their deck the next reshuffle. This card could be very frustrating. Very frustrating. Don't want to play against that card. Go to the next one. Beetle Spike. 1 energy, 45 damage. Deal pure damage. Apply bleed for 4 turns. So this is very cool. He has the Judo Chop. He's very good with Pincer, and I assume that's why Pincer is in the Axie's moveset in the image. So Pincer applies bleed, but then Dull Grip does bonus damage to shield an enemy. You could hit them with Beetle Spike, ignore their shield, and then still hit them with Dull Grip and get the bonus effect. Really high synergy there. All right, next one, Leaf Bug. I'm actually excited about this card. This card was already leaked before. We have 1 energy, 45 shields. Whenever this is drawn, gain 30 shields. So this will make the 5 out of 6 purity plants that we're seeing that have had Leaf Bug before, like Leaf Bug Yam, Leaf Bug Serious Pumpkin, Cattail, those type of Axies. A lot of them are coming from the old poison build, so those Axies will be pretty good. I think Leaf Bug is a very middle of the road powered card, but it's going to be super consistent, right? And consistency is key in a lot of ways, right? Let's go to the next section. We got some bird cards. First card, 0 energy, Pink Cheek. Discard up to 2 cards, then draw that mini, then banish it. So this card is insane. insanely powerful. There's no way this card should be 0 energy. The most powerful thing you can do in a game is draw cards. This gives you 2 options, right? Gives you the option to discard cards you don't need that are not important right now, but also gives you the power to draw cards. But a lot of people don't understand its card selection. So this is essentially, it subtracts your number of cards in your deck by 1 because it's in there, and it doesn't count as a card because it's 0 cost. But because it's going through 2 additional cards, your card selection is huge. So it's essentially like your deck size. When you have Pink Cheek in your deck size is 3 cards less, which means you draw your combos way more frequently. This card will be the king. The dual anemone hair bird, this Pink Cheek plus hair dagger and goldfish on your backline bird, and then your dual anemones. This card is absurd. This is gonna go down as, write it down, Dewgs' top pick. This card is insane. Should not have been printed. I'm gonna go ahead and say that now. Go on to the next one. We already got a little sneak peek of this. Little Owl, very reminiscent of Nutcracker. But this is on the ear, right? So now this confirms that we have the ear and the mouth card, Little Owl. They both have a similar effect to Nutcracker, giving birds very good damage throughout the duration of the game. So the longer the game goes, the more damage that bird is dealing over time. So yeah, let's go to the next one. Peacemaker. I was really excited for this card because all the Indes birds, right? So apply weak for 2 turns. If target previously weak, apply 15 more damage. So this is exactly the same as the mouth card. So we got 2 of those. So we got 2 of those effects in the same Axie. Pretty interesting to see that. But it's 1 energy, 60 damage. Apply weak for 2 turns. If the target is previously had weak, apply 15 bonus damage. Yeah, go on to the next card. Early bird, 1 energy, 65 damage. If initial, draw 1 card. So very reminiscent of the new hair dagger. Doing a little bit less damage, but very powerful. Next card is Curly. 1 energy, 65 damage, deals 25% more damage to shield. It's fantastic to see this kind of effect on a bird card, because we have it on a bug card in the form of Dull Grip, but to see it on a bird card is pretty good. Birds have a hard time doing damage. Birds have a very difficult time dealing damage through shields, balancing the faults of the Axie type card, right? All right, go on to the final card, Risky Bird. It says 1 energy, 90 damage. Apply weak to this Axie for 2 turns. We're under the impression right now it'll make your attacks do less, as opposed to fragile, making it take bonus damage. It might make your next 2 turns do a little bit less damage, but if it was the last card you used on your bird before it died, then you got the benefit of 30 essentially free damage. So what do you think, Axie fam? What is your favorite card out of these series of LEEKS? Hands down, it has to be that 0 card Pink Cheeks. That card is ridiculous. Actually, now that I think about it, I have it on this Pocky Axie that I have in my repertoire. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I sold an Axie for the first time.